for this opening maiden hurdle. She's flat to the mat. Now, I mentioned this as a market mover today. If you opened up your copy of the Racing Post, Mick Winter's filly was put in as an 8-to-1 chance. Not unreasonably, actually. She's only run a couple of times, showed a little bit last time out, but has been backed from 4-to-1-ish right down to around a 15-to-8, 7-to-4 shot this morning. She has touched 6-to-4, as you can see, and it's now 7-to-4. So this odds-on favourite, Leomar, who looks the right one, but may not have things his own way because she's flat to the mat, is being very, very well backed today against this hot favourite. It's 12-to-1 bar for the top two. Des Scar's going to call them home, so the massed students' ranks of Cork have got the top man calling for them today. 4-to-6 now, Leomar. 7-to-4, she's flat to the mat. It's 12-to-1 bar two as they come into line. Don't forget we've got Flaxen Flame, Gordon Elliott's star of the past. Flaxen Flare, I should say, coming back into action after 2 years on the sidelines, really, in our next race at Cork. So plenty of interest. They're coming towards the 2-mile start here, and it's the two market principles nearest to us, the green and white, sorry, the green and yellow hoops with the red sleeves. That's she's flat to the mat, and Leomar on the far side in the Jigginstown purple with a white star. Brian Cooper on board Leomar, and those two look like they're going to jump off in front. The others will be happy to let them fight it out, I think, for much of the race, and see if they can get involved later perhaps. Steady away, they're off.
And they're off. As they set off, Leomar, a reluctant leader, just on the outside of She's Flat to the Mat on the inside. They're being followed by Doldido, racing in third place. Don't Do Odds On is in fourth, and then a couple of lengths to Molten Gold, who's the back marker of the quintet. Beginning to make the run across the top of the track now to make the approach for the turn into the straight. Little to choose between the two leaders. She's Flat to the Mat towards the inside in company with Leomar. Break of 3 lengths then to Doldido, racing in company with Don't Do Odds On. Break then of 4 to 5 lengths to Molten Gold, who's the back mark of the 5. So they come round the bend, making their way now towards the first flight in the straight. 3 to bring them up in front of the stands in the Sitsu maiden hurdle. And Leomar, and on the inside, She's Flat to the Mat. Couple of lengths to Don't Do Odds On and Doldido. Molten Gold remains the back marker of the 5. Coming on now to the second flight, taking them up the straight. And on the near side, Leomar. Brian Cooper on the far side, She's Flat to the Mat, and BJ Foley. Doldido and Brian Hayes, the grey, on the inside of Don't Do Odds On, Philip Enright. Couple of lengths to Molten Gold, who's the back mark of the 5. So coming up now to race in front of the stands, a complete circuit of the track ahead of them. And She's Flat to the Mat just leads Leomar. On the near side is Don't Do Odds On, with Doldido racing fourth, and they're closely followed now by Molten Gold, who, although the back mark of the 5, only about 5 lengths cover them as they race into the bend to head away from the stands. Turning now to swing, make the run that'll take them towards the entrance to the back straight, and She's Flat to the Mat, just the leader from Leomar in second. Don't Do Odds On is racing third on the outside of Doldido. Back mark of the 5 remains Molten Gold. So racing now to make the turn into the back straight. Still nothing to choose between. She's Flat to the Mat on the inside of Leomar, and then Don't Do Odds On, the dark jacket, on the outside of the grey Doldido. Molten Gold remains the back mark of the 5. So turning into the back straight, facing the first flight up the far side. They've got 6 left to jump, and She's Flat to the Mat and Leomar matching strides, followed by Don't Do Odds On and Doldido. Molten Gold remains the back mark of the 5. First flight up the back straight, little to choose between. Leomar, and on the inside, She's Flat to the Mat. In third place is Don't Do Odds On, followed by Doldido, and Molten Gold is the back marker. The next flight up the far side, 5 from home. She's Flat to the Mat and Leomar. Don't Do Odds On and Doldido, and Molten Gold is just on their outside. So going now to the last flight on the far side, this will be 4 from home. After this, they have a good run to the next flight, which will be the first of 3 in the straight. She's flat to the mat in Leomar. Don't Do Odds On and Doldido, and Molten Gold, the back mark of the 5. So beginning to make the good long swing across towards the entrance to the straight. She's flat to the mat in Leomar on the outside. Molten Gold has now made swift headway right up on the outside, followed by Don't Do Odds On and Doldido. So Molten Gold has raced up now from the back of the field to join Leomar in the centre, and on the inside she's flat to the mat. The trio are followed by Don't Do Odds On and Doldido. So coming now to make the turn into the straight. She's flat to the mat on the rail. In the centre, Leomar, and on the outside, Molten Gold. The 3 turn in front of Don't Do Odds On and Doldido. 3 to jump. She's flat to the mat, and Leomar in the centre. As they race away from that one, they're being followed now by Doldido on the inside. Don't Do Odds On and Molten Gold with 2 left to jump. She's flat to the mat, and BJ Foley on the far side of Leomar and Brian Cooper as they clear the second last. She's flat to the mat, gets away from it a bit quicker, leads Leomar, who's trying to come back on the outside, and Doldido is third. The final flight now. She's flat to the mat at the last, over in front of Leomar, and Doldido are close third, racing now inside the last 150 yards. She's flat to the mat, leads Leomar and Doldido, and running up to the finish, she's flat to the mat, and BJ Foley win. Doldido might grab second on the far side of Leomar, and the pair a long way in front of Molten Gold and Don't Do Odds On.
Well, it was the biggest market mover, top-ranked market mover of the day today on the At The Races website, and it was an interesting one, wasn't it, as well, because this support came against a strong Jigginstown favourite with some proven form in the book, and She's Flat to the Mat, who was beaten out of sight in a maiden hurdle at Clonmel on debut in February. Did show a lot more next time out, set off at 40 to 1 at Wexford, and wasn't beaten that far into 4th on that occasion, so that was a clue, and turned out just 6 days later and has won, and won well here. Has Leomar held on for second is the next question. Brian Cooper has a little look over his shoulder and thinks, I need to give him a shake just to make sure I get there. I think, it's close actually, isn't it? It's close on the line. Doldido, Brian Hayes, has he mugged Brian Cooper? That'll do for a few forecasts if he has, but She's Flat to the Mat. The gamble landed by this presenting filly, only 4 years of age. It's